Well, guys, I guess you have been wondering where in the world is Phyllis? I'm still among the living. It's just that this past week, it's not a good time for me. I didn't feel like really being on camera. Still can't be on camera right now because I'm preparing for Thanksgiving. But anyway, I had a nephew by marriage to die unexpectedly from a heart attack. 40 years old. They're doing an autopsy. Don't know why. Only thing we know he had was irritable bowel syndrome. Well, Crohn's. That's the only thing we know. So please just take care of yourself because you're never too young to have heart attacks, and just take care of yourself, okay? But I'm doing fine because I understand that's life. That's another chapter in our lives, and we all have to face it. But thank you guys for your well wishes. Uh, that's that. Okay, now I'm curious as to what do you guys do for your dressing. I want to share what I use for my dressing and for my cakes and my pies. Okay, I'm just going to start off showing you what I do with my dressing. I make my own cornbread. I make cornbread, and then I put this have this bread in the freezer, and I'll take it out, and I'm gonna add my own bread. I'm old school. Learned this from my mom. Um, my own cornbread, and I'm gonna crumble this bread up in there. So that's my cornbread, and I cooked it in this cast iron skillet, so it should be good. And guys, I'm just eating myself sick with this cornbread. It is so good. All right, so I take my. I'm not gonna. This is not a cooking channel, but I'm just gonna share with you how I do my prep. I cook in piecemeals. Um, so what I mean is, I may start doing something on Wednesday, and I cook that, and the next day on Thanksgiving, I'll prepare the big thing. So what I normally do on Wednesdays, I prepare my dressing, get it ready. I don't bake it till the next day. I learned from my mom and my aunt to let it sit overnight and let all those spices and everything saturate in that cornbread. So that's my cornbread, and I'm gonna crumble these up. And what I put in my dressing. Now sometimes I buy this cornbread from Pepperidge Farm. This right here is toasted cornbread blended with select seasoning. I buy this just in case I don't have enough of my own cornbread. Um, that's just a emergency staple right there. And the stove top, if you're running low, you can also add some of this with your cornbread. It's pretty good. The stove top stuffing mix. All right, I prepare my celery and my onions. I have a cup of celery, which is about 4 stalks, and I have my onions. And if you want to keep them fresh, you can do them the day before and put them on a paper towel, and they'll last in the refrigerator for at least a week. I learned this from a friend. Okay, that's my celery. I have about the size of dressing. I'm going to make 4 eggs. Um, then I use a little, sometimes I may not use seasoned salt because I put salted butter in my stock. I'm making my own stock. And I put poultry seasoning in my stock I'm making over here. And poultry seasoning is very expensive, guys, but I found this organic one. And I put sage. You have to watch the sage. And I may put a little of this adobo seasoning in. I taste everything, but I also put this on my turkey. I will be preparing a turkey. I'll share with you what I do with my turkey tomorrow. Um, Cream of celery soup. Guys, it makes your dressing taste so good. Cream of celery. And sometimes I put cream of mushroom in my soup. I have this condensed chicken soup. I don't know if I'm going to need that because I'm making my own stock today. I'll show you my chicken I have boiling. I like to put parsley in my dressing and on my turkey. And I have the onion, minced onion, if you need that. Sometimes I put it in my dressing, sometimes I don't because I think this is going to be enough, guys. Okay, so, and I will also put, as I mix everything up, this is just like not even a teaspoonful of sugar. maybe a teaspoon of sugar. It got balances everything out. I learned that a long time ago. Okay, the collard greens are ready. They're ready. You know, we have collard greens. I'm going to do string beans also. This is the gravy for the dressing for tomorrow, and I'm going to make some chicken, add chicken to it, and a boiled egg, and make my own gravy. Finish this gravy. So this is the gravy, turkey gravy. And here's my chicken boiling. This is going to be my stock for my dressing. Looks so good and rich. Have celery in there, a little onion, parsley, and I put a little butter. So I don't need salt because I think I use salted butter in here. So that's what I'm going to do. I put just a little water in the dressing, add all this together, and uh, pour this stock over in here. And I'll show you the finished product tomorrow when I set my table. All right, I made, still cooling off. This is a sour cream pound cake I'm making for a neighbor. Sour cream pound. And I'm going to make a Philadelphia. I'm going to take this Philadelphia cream cheese, and I'm going to make another, it's called a cream cheese pound cake. I'm going to make another pound cake. And I have 4 pie shells. I'm going to make 4 sweet potato pies. I don't make my own crust. I just buy the regular. I don't care for the deep dish that much, so I take my crust. And where I prepare my crust, guys, I turn my oven on 400 to make sure my crust kind of cook a little bit. My pie crust, 400. Then I turn my oven down to 325 and let my sweet potatoes cook for another 50 minutes, 55 minutes. So 10 minutes on 400, then I turn it down. I don't boil my potatoes, guys. I bake my sweet potatoes before I prepare them for my sweet potato pies. See, I've already peeled them and they're ready to go. And since I have 4 pies, I'm going to use 2 sticks of butter. This butter, you can use unsalted or salted. I have unsalted butter. I use that. I have an egg, 2 eggs to each pie. I put a pinch of salt because it just balances everything. Just a little bit dash of salt, okay? I also add flour. That's about 2 tablespoons of flour, just to kind of gel it together. And what I use here, I use canned milk, and I use half and half. So it may end up being 3/4 of a cup, maybe enough, but you have to taste sweet potatoes filling before you actually get just the desired product that you want. So, but I mix these two, canned milk and half. Sugar, probably gonna be a lot. People put a lot of sugar in their pies. I'm gonna probably do 1.5 cups for each pie of sugar, not too sweet, because I think these potatoes are gonna be very sweet. So I had about 6 potatoes. Hope this is enough, but they were kind of large potatoes, but they shrunk a little bit. Okay, I use vanilla extract. I'm going to use up maybe a whole teaspoon and a half, enough of these pies. My husband likes to taste his vanilla extract in his sweet potato pies. This allspice, I usually use maybe half a teaspoon, maybe 1/4 of this allspice. Sometimes I may do it today, may not, but normally I would use just about 1/4 of this allspice. And here's my nutmeg. I use nutmeg. I may use a teaspoon of nutmeg in the 4 pies, but still to taste. And cinnamon. I use cinnamon. Maybe half a teaspoon for each pie, but we'll add it. I'll see when I start cooking, guys. I don't do a lot of measuring. I think it's just by memory. So I'm just trying to share this with you guys. So this is what I use. And this is the flour I use for my cakes. I use Swan's down flour to make my cakes. So very easy. Sour cream pound cake, and I'm gonna make a cream cheese pound cake, and here are my pies. So guys, that's it. And it's so great being back in the community. And if you make your stock, I just got a whole chicken, and I just add, like I said, butter and parsley and celery, onions, a little garlic powder, and what you have left, you just put in the freezer for next time. So I'm gonna put this, and I prepare my turkey tomorrow. Only thing different I do with my turkey, I do put an apple in my turkey. Bake it, put an apple in my turkey. So that's it, guys, and I thank you guys for your patience and understanding, and I will show you my table tomorrow. when I set it, and I also put up my Christmas tree. Have you guys put up your tree yet? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna crumble this bread up. It's gonna be yummy, yummy, yummy. So I'm gonna get started on the sweet potato pies. So that's all I'm gonna do tonight. And tomorrow I get up in the morning, make my potato salad and my turkey, and my family members are adding dishes to the party. Thank you guys so much. So remember, don't sweat the small stuff because in the end, guys, it's all small stuff. And life is too short to be hackling over the small things. Take care. See you later. Bye bye.